Hello. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. I am doing okay, just barely okay. Hanging on here, but do have something kind of exciting I'm excited about. I thought I'd give you a sneak peek at it. Now, I will be making a regular video on this very soon, very soon. But for right now, I just thought I'd give you a little peek at what I'm working on. So as you may know, I bought one of these Gas One dual fuel stoves, and when I was in Los Angeles, my grandmother gave me some butane canisters to try, and I normally don't use butane, mostly because I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest where it's colder and the butane doesn't flow very well. So they don't work so well up here. Butane doesn't. Plus, very expensive. Down there were a couple of stores around. There was a couple of Korean stores and a Japanese store that I saw butane canisters for about $2 each, $2 to $2.50 each. Up here, they're about $6 each. So another reason why not to use butane. But I do like the stove. I like that I have the option of using butane or propane, which is what I normally use. I normally use propane. But because I've been using this and kind of just not really all set up and everything, I've been using it off of the little green bottles of propane, and those are about $5 each here. If I buy them at Walmart. I never shop at Walmart, but I go to Walmart just to get propane because it's about $2 a bottle less at Walmart than anywhere else. Like right now I'm at Sportsman's Warehouse, and they're $8 a piece here. So, or $7, I don't know, I forget. But anyway, so I've been going into Walmart begrudgingly just to get propane bottles, but I need to stop that because they're just too much, way overpriced. So I am now back to using, just a few minutes ago, I'm now back to using my bulk propane tanks. And to do that, I have this new product. So this is it. This is basically like a dummy can that looks just like a propane bottle. Now, the way I have it in here is a little hard for me to get out, but see, this is basically like a little propane or butane canister, and it fits in there and works just the same as a regular butane canister, but it has this line on it, which is a braided stainless steel line that has an adapter that goes to my bulk propane tank line. And then it just sits in here much like, well, pretty much exactly like a regular butane canister. I did have to modify my stove here because my stove has a back plate on it. I had to cut a hole in it. I did drill the hole and then cut a hole with my angle grinder to accept the hose. So let me put this all back together again and show you how this works. Because the gas is being delivered the same way as a butane canister, you now have to push down on the little lockout button here in order to get the gas canister up to make the gas flow through the regulator valve. So I think this makes it much safer. With the way that they have the propane line hooked up, I have that down here somewhere. Why didn't I not get that out? So this is the little adapter that Gas One sells to hook up a green propane bottle. The trouble with doing it this way is you could accidentally bump this and you'd have gas coming out. Now I've had a shutoff valve on mine so that I would shut the gas off at the green bottle, but there are times where I'm doing something else, maybe I'm cooking dinner and doing stuff, so I've got the stove on and off, and so I don't necessarily go down and turn that little shutoff off, and so there have been times where I've bumped this on and then thought, what is that smell? Oh yeah, it's gas coming out because I bumped the the control knob on. So now when I'm cooking, as long as I remember, I just lift up on the little lockout switch, and that saves any gas from being delivered out through the stove. I think that this is awesome. So I had no idea that these things existed, and there are at least a couple different brands that sell these dummy propane containers. I went with this brand. It's called Camping Moon, just because it seemed like it was kind of a larger company, and even though there weren't a lot of reviews on this particular item, it seemed like the reviews from the other stuff that Camping Moon sells were good. So I thought, well, this is the one I'll take my chance on. So I have used it a little bit in the past. I was using it with the green bottles for a few days. It was a little fiddly, and so I stopped using it, but I just used up the last of my green bottles, and so now I want to stop buying those. And I actually got a new propane tank, bulk propane tank, and so I figured now's the time. I'm not going to buy another green propane bottle. I'm just going to switch over to the bulk propane tanks from now on, because I got those filled, and it's $3 a gallon to fill a bulk tank up with propane here in town. Or I could buy, the one little green bottle for $5 each, and I got to do that at Walmart. So I don't want to do either one of those. So I will let you know. I probably will use this for at least a few days before I make a proper video for YouTube, just to see if there's any kind of something that I'm not noticing, at least from when I used it before and using it now. Now, one funny thing. I did assume that I was going to need a propane regulator, so I bought a new propane regulator and put it in line with this whole system, and it didn't work. It would light up, but I was only getting like a half an inch or less of flame, and so I thought, well, I guess I'll just take it off and use it without the regulator and see what happens, and it works just fine now. So I have an extra regulator, which is not really a problem because I think I'm going to need a new regulator on my Olympian Wave 3 soon. So now I have a regulator waiting for that. So that's fine. It's not really wasted money, but it did surprise me a little bit because I thought that I was going to need a regulator for this, or I would have set this up sooner. So I bought a couple of green propane bottles when I really didn't need to, so a little wasted money there. I'm a little annoyed. Anyway, that's about it. I'm pretty happy with this whole setup. I'm just shocked and amazed that they sell these kinds of things, and I actually have no idea how I found it. I got it off Amazon, and I don't even know how it showed up. I wasn't looking for it. It just showed up as kind of a suggested thing, and so that's how I found it. It's a little confusing buying them on Amazon because you have to buy the dummy can, and then you have to buy a hose separate. So you have to buy two things. It's also rather expensive. By the time you buy the two parts, it is very expensive, but I think it's a lot, I think it's worth it because it's a lot safer having it set up like this so that you don't have to worry about gas coming on. You just undo the thing. Now, I'm still going to have another shutoff valve on this because I don't like to leave the hose coming into the stove on all the time. So I do have a little shutoff valve that I'll put on. I came here to Sportsman's Warehouse to try to get a fitting that I need, but they didn't have it. So I don't have the shutoff yet, but I will have a shutoff on it just because I think it's safer that way. Multiple shutoffs is better. But yeah, I really like this. And the other thing is I don't have this big, huge thing sticking out the side of the stove because I've caught myself on this jumping in and out of the door here. And just, maybe especially if I've got a jacket on, because it's sticking way out, I either have to let it stick way out or I have to lose counter space by pushing the stove in. And neither one of those things is ideal. So, you know, with all of that in mind, I was okay spending the money on this. We'll see how long it lasts, but I mean, I'm pleased as punch with this. Anyway, that's about it. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of good news. I am really not feeling so good, so I'm just doing as much as I can, but yeah, I'm not feeling so good. I do have an appointment with the new doctor on the 22nd. I don't know why I have to wait so long to get the follow-up appointment, but anyway, so there's that. You know, I don't like talking about that, but we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, that's about it. Hey, I probably shouldn't have brought that up because I'm ending on a down notes here, but weather is really good. 55 degrees for the next week and a half, and or more, and I think we've got some rain in the future too. So hopefully I can get another video or two out about, you know, with some rain included. Yeah, so there's some good things. Lots of little good things going on here. One little downer, but that's about it. We won't think about the little downer thing. We'll just think about all the good stuff that's going on. So hope you're doing really, really well, and we will talk to you soon.